From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. Prime Minister Mark Carney met privately with U.S. President Donald Trump and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Washington, D.C. on Friday. Canadian Press reporter Kelly Malone says the leaders were attending a FIFA event, and while football was the main topic of discussion, trade and tariffs were a close second.
Trump was having a really good time during the FIFA World Cup draw, so maybe he did just want to talk soccer and how the three countries are going to host it next year. But it's also coming at a pretty critical time in North American relations. So I don't think that there's a chance that Sheinbaum nor Carney would let the opportunity to talk about Canada, Mexico, and the United States working together, they would certainly bring it up.
No staff were in the room with the three leaders during the roughly 45-minute meeting. Afterwards, the Prime Minister's office said the leaders agreed to keep working on the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement on Trade, known as CUSMA. Alberta's chief electoral officer says he needs millions in extra funding to handle the workload, with nearly a quarter of all politicians in the legislature facing petition drives to remove them from office. Gordon McClure told a legislature committee that he needs almost $7 million to process what he listed as 21 petition campaigns in the 87-seat legislature. Now, the number of confirmed petitions rose to 18 on Friday, with the remaining 3 not yet officially named. All but one are members of Premier Danielle Smith's United Conservative Caucus, with the other being NDP education critic Amanda Chapman. Saskatchewan health officials are warning of dangerous street drugs circulating in Regina after 3 overdose deaths this past week. The ministry says city firefighters responded to 47 suspected overdose cases, including the 3 deaths between November 28th and Thursday. It says drugs that look like pink-red chunks are being sold as fentanyl or gabapentin, but may contain benzodiazepines and other unknown substances. Officials note that naloxone will counter the effects of opioids, but not of the other substances like benzodiazepines and methamphetamine. And finally, Canadian-born renegade architect Frank Gehry has died at the age of 96. Gehry's famous works included the Art Gallery of Ontario in Toronto, the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, the Walt Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles, and Facebook headquarters in Menlo Park, California. In November 2016, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by then U.S. President Barack Obama.
He spent his life rethinking shapes and mediums, seemingly the force of gravity itself, the idea of what architecture could be. He decided to upend.
Gehry and his family moved from Toronto to Los Angeles back in 1947, where he became an American citizen 3 years later. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, starting off in the NHL, where the Vancouver Canucks losing streak is now at a season-high 4 games after getting trampled 4-1 by the Utah Mammoth. The Winnipeg Jets, meanwhile, posted a 4-1 win over the Buffalo Sabres, Jets netminder Eric Comrie making 34 saves. Elsewhere, Vegas, Dallas, and Anaheim all found the win column. 2 straight losses for the Toronto Raptors now, this time a 111-86 decision for the Charlotte Hornets. Emmanuel Quickley scored a season-high 31 points for Toronto, which came out flat after also falling 123-120 to the Los Angeles Lakers just the night before. And finally, Canada has learned 2 of its 3 group stage opponents at next year's Men's World Cup. The Canadians were drawn alongside Switzerland and Qatar, but the 4th slot in Group B will be filled by a European playoff winner in March. Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Bosnia-Herzegovina will battle it out for that final berth. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.